So you'll want to put your symbols, turn them down to the table.
Okay.
And you'll want to hide the colored cups and the papers out of sight or in a drawer so that your eyesight, your mind sight is not roaming around seeing them.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because often people, they don't get something right. And it's not that they didn't get it right. It's just that their mind sight went to another spot on the table.
Yes.
Where the colors were quite often. Wendy's been asking me to get the color of the cup, and my stack is sitting there, and I'll say green, and she says, try again, and I'll say orange. And it's like my mind went to the top one and the bottom one so many times. Okay? And, once again, also, I'll have my stack of symbols like that, and I'll even have them face down. And I'll say, gosh, I'm seeing a solid circle, and then we turn the pile over, and there it is. So we may even have to move your pile out of view because your mind vision doesn't care. It's nothing to do with your regular vision. So even though in your regular vision you can't see it, your mind vision is like a consciousness thing, and it can look under piles, it can look inside piles. I mean, eventually, if you really develop this, you have the ability, somebody could tell you, Greg, I want you to go to page 35 of that book you're holding in your hand. You can scan through it in your mind and come to page 35 and read what's on that page.
Oh my God, that'd be so cool.
Now
that's incredible.
That's very advanced. For now, we just want to be able to see the room in front of us and things that are in front of us, right?
Yep.
But you've already noticed in what we've done that your mind vision has given you little hints and little teasers and has gone to the bottom of the pile or over to the table. You'll get little hints like that. All the time when we're practicing, it's going to throw in little teasers. Like, with Wendy, we were practicing what was in front of her, and all of a sudden she wasn't getting them things. And it's like, she says, Rob, I feel that my vision has gone into the other room. Oh. And that's when I said, well, let's go into the other room. So I actually went into the other room, closed the door, and started holding up colors, and she got them all.
That's incredible.
So it's like, well, that's great, but come back to, right in front of
That's wild.
So at the first blush, she was kind of disappointed that her vision seemed to shut down. No, it didn't shut down. It was bored, and it was showing her I can do one better.
He's trying to impress her almost. Yeah, one up her.
Like, well, that's simple. Why would you ask me to do a simple task? I can do something more elaborate. And so the same thing will happen with you. It's like a smart-ass little kid showing off.
Yeah.
It will. It doesn't have any inhibitions. It'll show off to you when you least expect it. You'll have the entire room come open. You'll have, you'll see everything. You'll hold your hand up and you'll move your fingers. You'll see it. And then it'll kind of shut down. You're going to get, it's always like this, the proverbial horse race where they have the carrot dangling out in front of the horse. So the horse always keeps moving to try to get the carrot. It seems that your vision will do that to you all the time. Just when you think you're getting bored or oh gosh, the session wasn't that great or isn't being that great today. And that's why it's good not to judge and not to criticize yourself. In the next flash, something will happen that's incredible. And you'll say, oh my God, did I just see that? Well, and you'll ask me, is that accurate? And I say, yeah, that's, show me the card that's on the bottom of the pile. It's accurate. So that's why it's good just to keep an open mind. Don't pass judgment on yourself and be prepared for anything to happen. It happens when you least expect it. If you're expecting it, it won't happen. It'll push it through when you're looking the other way.
I believe it, and I think last night I kind of had another realization that I need to stop trying so hard because I spent like yesterday during the day like just really, really trying too hard, and it was just like running into a brick wall. And it's almost like trying, like you said, it's like trying to force a little kid to do something.
They
You
won't
just
do
have
it.
to, you just got to have fun and just go with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just posted Linda's video from yesterday. We did a training, and I just posted it today. Take a look at that one.
Okay.
She was doing great, and then it kind of slowed down a little bit. And I said, Linda, just have the feeling you don't give a darn. Just have that feeling, and honestly, don't care. Just say to yourself, I don't care. Because when you're saying that and feeling that, you're letting go.
Yes.
So attached with our left brain, it's like a magnifying glass holding up to something, and it'll burn it, right?
Yeah.
But you can let go, and in that moment when you have the feeling that I don't care, I really don't, I don't care, your vision will just light right up, or it can light right up. And I've seen that so many times because you're so focused. It's like, I want this to happen, I want it to happen. That's all left brain activity.
Yes.
So when the left
keep recognizing that.
When the left brain finally gives up and says, I just don't give a darn, I honestly don't care, I'm going to go do something else, just drop all this, that's when it happens. So if you can say that when you're practicing alone, or feel that, it will work also when you're alone.
Okay.
Because the problem is, you're directing it when you're alone, so that's left brain activity. So yeah, you can direct it, but then you got to let go. You got to say, I don't care if I see it. I'm just practicing and having fun, so I really don't care. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter whether it shows up or not. And then that's your left brain loosening its grip, and then the right brain will say, finally, I can get this to him.
Yes.
Yeah, finally. He's gonna let go of me. He's gonna let go. He's strangling me, right?
Yep. Yeah, he's gonna turn me loose after all this. Finally, that's good. That's a good thing to remember. Okay.
Yeah. So any little breakthroughs? Any interesting things?
This morning, when I woke up, I played around with it a little bit, and I was thinking I was seeing one of those little holes.
Yep.
And I could see like the corner of the room where the walls came together.
Mm-hmm.
Just for maybe 5 seconds.
Yep.
That was about it. And then the day before, I kind of just, after I was pushing so hard, I just took it easy. So.
And you saw the video where I summarized your successes.
Yes.
So once in a while, play that just so you can convince yourself. Yes, I am seeing. Yes, it's true.
Yes, it's real.
Because the left brain is very tricky. And it will try to catch you up on everything. It will try to prove to you that you're not really seeing. Our left brain is so smart, and it will find any little excuse. And that's why it's good to do it with your eyes closed. Because if you have your eyes open, and sometimes you can see a little bit of a light by the nose or a dot. And so if you got a legitimate dot in the middle of your screen, your left brain's going to say, oh, I was probably just looking around by my nose and saw one of those dots, so it wasn't real. So
yes.
With your eyes closed, that negates that argument.
That's a good point. That they can't use that then.
You can't use it because that's the biggest one that it'll use. Because everybody plays with their mask and they make it so, I can see little dots in the like around here and around here. So if they have their eyes open and then they see that at a later date, that's one of those dots. That doesn't count. That's not real. So close your eyes and you can shut down all those arguments, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, so let's put your mask on, Greg.
Okay.
Close your eyes and relax your eyes. It's easier to just have your eyes closed and just, you're resting your eyes. You're just relaxing. And look around in a circle and just notice any lights, any colors, and have the intention that you're making connections to the seeing that exists in your right brain, to the mind vision. Some people call it extraocular vision, mind sight. Some people call it vibravision. Some people call it infovision. Some people calling it seeing without eyes. Some people call it seeing blindfolded. There's, many different names, but it's all the same thing. And at this point, Greg, just grab a symbol and let's just start playing around a little bit and just see what fun we can get into here, and have the intention of enjoyment and enjoying the process. Shuffle them up and then just grab one from the middle.
One.
Okay.
These back.
Okay. And turn that to me. Yep, I see it. Okay, that's great. And turn it to yourself. And that's one of the 7 symbols. Now there's very black lines on that, or curves, and depending on whether it's a circle, a triangle, a square, or a plus. So just allow all or parts of that to form in your real-time vision. Move it around and tap your mask with your left hand, play the piano, and while you're doing that, see if an image forms. Hold it up to your top right, in case that's where your beam is, and what image appears? Do you see part of an image? Do you see corner or a side or a curve or anything? What do you see?
A triangle, a point anyway.
Yes, it's a triangle.
All right.
Good work.
Is it okay? Is it open?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Show the screen. There it is. Good work,
Yes,
Greg.
yes.
You got it. An open triangle.
That's good.
Okay, so put that on the pile. Very good. You're allowing it to happen, which is good. And grab a color of
Okay.
one of the cups, actually. Grab one of the cups.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and just shuffle them a little bit
Okay.
so that in case you remember what cups were what. Okay, now let's see what you got here. Hold them up and I'm going to select one for you here.
Okay.
Keep going, keep going. Let's grab that one.
Okay.
Yeah. And then hide the other ones out of your mind sight. Okay, now hold that one up and just let go, relax, and feel the outside of the cup. Feel the ridges on that cup. There's a certain frequency of color being given off by that cup. And at some point you may see a flash. You may even see parts of the cup. You may see the circular top. You may see the ribs, the lines of the ribs. You may see the bottom as you turn it around. And if you have any dots or white spots in your vision, just try to look through those and focus on one of those dots. Because we're going to push right through so that your right mind will put all that energy into an image and give you the entire image over time. And is there a color associated with that, Greg?
Yeah, I keep. I'm getting. I would have to say yellow.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is. And go through your cards and let's just grab one here
Okay.
and show it to the screen, right? Okay. So turn it to yourself and have the intention. I want you to visualize that there's a glass between you and the card, but the glass is dirty. You know that there's a card being held up on the other side. In fact, you can see your hand and as you move it, but you can't quite make out the image because the glass is dirty. So you reach down, you grab this cloth, you grab the spray bottle and you spray the cleaner on the glass. You take the cloth, you wipe it clean, and oh my goodness, now you can see the image fully clear. You see your hand holding the card. You see your hand moving it. What is the image that you're seeing? Few deep breaths in. Let's do a good 5 slow deep breaths in. It's important to relax and let go, to shut the left brain off and to just totally relax. This is the frustration of this process. Is it's not something like normal school where we can put our effort into it and our brain power into it and make it happen, and it's a direct result of that. It's the opposite with this. The more we can let go, the more we can not put any effort into it, the more it opens. It's like an oxymoron. It's just so strange.
I have been seeing circles.
Yes. Now show it to me. Okay, is it an open or closed circle?
I would have to say I'm getting just a dark circle, so closed.
You're absolutely right. Good work.
Yes. Sweet.
Pat yourself on the shoulder. Yeah, fist bump, pat yourself on the shoulder, and the whole 9 yards. You got it. Now,
right.
Do you see where you've gone from total frustration to all of a sudden you got it?
Yes.
It just changed, right?
It did. You know, I found my left side of my brain trying to direct it, you know, like I can have those shapes show up right here in that purplish sphere area. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing is part of me is actually trying to visualize my arm, my hand, and everything in real time, like separate. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it should be all, you know, combined or separate, or if it doesn't matter. Just seeing is seeing, whether it's just up here or where it is in real space-time.
You know, it's difficult because everybody's different. And this is a sort of a feedback process. I'm observing how you're interacting on everything. And as kind of, you know, helping you out over time, that's a feedback for me as well to help direct the things that we should do. Yes. And so I'm observing. And even when I make the videos, I watch the entire video several times. And I go through and I pick out the successes and I try to understand what the connections are myself. Okay, so we're kind of like partners on this. And my goal is to help you help yourself. Or more, my goal is to help you allow yourself to see. Because 99.9% of it is just letting go with the intention. That's it. It's a letting go, which is very hard for a lot of, especially guys, to do, because we're so focused with our left brain, intellectual, reasoning, ego brain, where it's hard to let go. We can even fool ourselves and think we're letting go, but our ego is just sitting there controlling the whole process. And it's like getting you to think that you're actually letting go when you're not. You're in full control. So it's a fine line.
Yeah, and I feel that sometimes.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's not easy. But if you do something real quick before your left brain has a chance to shut it down, it works.
Yes.
Okay. For example, I can take this card of symbols and I'm holding my finger under one of the symbols and I'm pointing at it.
Seeing triangle?
Okay, the triangle is right next door. It's that one, but I want you to try this one here.
Okay.
And see me tapping the page. And what is?
See, like an X?
Well, it's the plus, which is an X.
Ah.
Good.
Sweet.
Good work. Like an X is just a plus that's turned on its side, right?
Yep, that's true.
Now, see, you had no chance to think about it. You just went for it, right?
Yes, and it did. Sometimes it just shows right up.
It does.
Like
and I could put another card like this right on your screen. I'm turning it around. I'm going in and out. And what appears when I do that?
I was just seeing an open circle.
Okay, and it's funny because the open circle is the one that's facing up just under my computer here. So I just to the screen. So you see what I mean? How frustrating
Yes.
it is? Because you're looking at what's facing up on my table of all the symbols. That was the open circle. Now I'm going to turn those face down on my table. Okay, so that you can't see them by coming here. But what's this card I'm showing on your screen, Greg? Now, visualize my fingers. My index fingers are holding the bottom corners of it, and they're both pointing towards the symbol while holding the card. And what appears? We've really got to try little tricks here.
Yes.
To keep your left brain from jumping in. It's difficult because it loves to get involved.
And part of me is like, just not thinking. And then a square.
Okay, it's a square.
It is, okay.
We're going to play another game holding up 3 symbols.
There I'm seeing the circle.
You see the circle, okay?
There's a triangle I see in now.
Yes, there's a triangle. You saw those first 2. So your right mind is saying, I want something interesting and different. Okay, so we're going to try something interesting and different right now.
All right.
I've got one of those eye charts in front of me. And on the very top, the biggest letter is on the very top. What is it? I'm showing
First thing that flashed into my head was a big E.
It's a big E. You're absolutely correct.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Now, you see what I mean? Your vision has so much more capability and is trying to show us.
Yes.
What I want you to do is I'm showing a book, and there's words at the top. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 words. And the very first word, okay, so there's the whole book. Zooming in, there's the very first word, and the very first letter I have my finger under. Do you see it? Right there. What is that letter?
Kind of seen an S.
Okay, try again.
Okay.
Try again. We're trying to challenge your brain here. Ah, you know what? My finger was covering the S underneath.
Oh.
So
No way.
That's another thing that it'll do. It'll say, no, 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 no. I'm going to give the letter that he's covering with his finger. So I'll cover it again, and I'm pointing up. So what is that letter right there? Above my finger. It's above my finger, Greg.
I got an A.
Okay, that's the
Triangle.
third letter. That's the third letter, but I want the first. That one right there, the very first letter of the string of letters. Okay, anything else show up?
Take a deep breath here.
You're a little bit on a roll here, so just let it flow, let it go, let it keep going. What is that letter? I'll show you the whole book again. There's the book. And I'm zooming in. And I'm going right to the letter. It's a capital letter.
I see a T.
Yes, it is. Good work.
Sweet.
You got it.
What is the word? What's the whole word? I'm curious.
The word is training. Training
Okay.
Manual for Sight Without Eyes. Here's the book.
Okay.
You got the T.
I'll tell you what was real hard there, Rob, was my left brain kept trying to figure out the word, and I was like, forget that. Just look what you see.
Okay, now that was incredible. Okay, that was very incredible. We're going to end the session on that. Lift your mask up. There's the book right here.
Oh my God, that's wild.
And you got the T. Now you also saw the A, but when I was pointing, my finger was on the S, and that's the first thing you got.
Yes, that's wild.
Okay,
That feels
now
pretty good.
you went from being very frustrated to letting go, and your mind did something very incredible.
That feels pretty
Okay,
awesome.
so you see what this is all about?
Yes.
It already can do so much more than you believe.
You
But so
know,
we got to kind of work in around your belief level, but it keeps coming through and says, no, 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 that's child's play. And it will sneak these other things through. And
yes.
and it's like, well, okay, if it's going to do that, why can't I do it all the time? Well, this is the whole training.
Yes.